preseason question of the day is this, Liam, and it's being talked about in the chat a little bit right now. I see Wise Kyle popped a question in there. But who is the player with the most to prove in training camp? Wise Kyle said, does Sutter even make the lineup? Even as a 13th forward, I think he would be one of the guys who would be on the short list as the answer to this question, the player with the most to prove. Now, the first name that popped into my head was Raph Lavoie.
Yeah.
He's an interesting candidate because, you know, a couple years in the minors, took a big step forward with Bakersfield last season. And now it's no longer waiver eligible. If you want to be an NHLer, this is the training camp where you go out and prove it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that spot kind of feels like it's his to lose. And I talked about this on ON Radio last week or last week. And I talked about this with Gregor too, and I did my weekly hit with him on Wednesday. Raph Lavoie's spot on the team, like, he's the leader. Someone has to knock him down.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Sutter and Sam Gagner have to play so well that the Oilers can internally justify waiving a second-round pick that they've put years of development into. That's a tough thing to do, to sit there and be like, we picked this guy 30 whatever overall. We kept him in the minors. We brought him to rookie camps. He's, you know, we've watched him grow, and then we're going to lose him for nothing. It'll be very, very hard for Sam Gagner or Brandon Sutter to make this team out of camp. And that's why I'm not sure if they're my answer to this question. I think my answer to this question is Philip Broberg.
Yeah.
Because that's a guy whose everyday spot in the lineup is not a guarantee. When you look at the left side of this blue line, it's very, very clearly Nurse and Ekholm, and then Kulak, and then Broberg. The right side of the blue line, Bouchard, Ceci, Desharnais. That Desharnais spot's not written in ink. It is very much written in pencil.
Yeah, it is.
And if you're Philip Broberg in your draft plus, what is it? Draft plus 4 year now for him because he was a 2019 pick?
Yep, 4 years. Well, a lot of people in that draft are thriving in the NHL now.
Do you really want to be going back down to Bakersfield again in your draft plus 4 year? At that point, you're getting the bust label, or you're getting close to it at least.
Yeah, it's. I would agree. Broberg is probably ahead of Lavoie in that category of things. But wasn't there some skates saying that he was on the second pairing of defensemen and stuff? Like, he really needs to just grab hold of something here and run with it a little bit. And the problem he's really had is every time he gets some kind of momentum, he gets hurt.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like a minor thing, he's out for a few games. It's like, well, then the team continues to win. And then you get a guy like Desharnais who comes in and proves himself for the majority of the playoffs and the end of the season last year. And so, yeah, Broberg would be a good one. I'll try and think of someone a bit different. I think maybe someone like Derek Ryan really needs to prove himself, in the sense of, like, he's an older guy now. They just gave him a 2-year deal. It's like, okay, go and prove to us that you actually deserve that 2-year deal in a way. Holloway could be another guy on that list too.
I think my argument against Derek Ryan is he only gets sent down if he's bad.
Yes.
Like, if he's average, they keep him up.
Mm-hmm.
Holloway's an interesting one. And we got a comment in here from Wise Kyle. I could see Holloway being in Bakersfield and Lavoie Sutter being in Edmonton. And honestly, I probably didn't consider that enough. If we want to flashback up the line combos, AB. Okay, Holloway in that 4 left wing spot. I mean, really, he's probably playing for that 3 left wing spot. But Warren Fogle is a natural left winger.
Mm-hmm.
So you could look at the left side of this forward group and very easily go Hyman, Nuge, Fogle, Janmark. And then the right side could very easily be Brown, Kane, Lavoie, and Derek Ryan. All of a sudden, you don't need to waive anyone if it's Holloway going down. You can keep a veteran 4C, whether it's Peterson, whether it's Sutter or Gagner, and maybe you give Lavoie or Holloway another half year in Bakersfield.
I don't think they would have a problem with doing that either. Like, Holland's famously known for just allowing players to develop for as long as they really need to.
Mm-hmm.
And how many games has he actually played in Bakersfield? 33 last year. 12. He's played more games for the Edmonton Oilers than he's played for the Bakersfield Condors, which is kind of crazy to think of, because he only ended up playing 12 games last season.
If you count playoff games, it's 52-51. So close.